All right, so I think we're live. Let's see. Yes, we are live. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to claim a couple of things here from the Hero Wars page. There's a lot we need to talk about. A lot we need to talk about. There's going to be some things that we're going to be talking about for a little while, but yeah, we got a lot of things we need to catch up on. So we will be doing that today for sure. For sure. I guess we will start around here-ish, and we'll talk about a bunch of stuff. Let me first grab the Discord or the YouTube live stream link so I can put it into the streams. Live stream. Come on now, it's a little laggy. All right, there we go. We got that in there. We're going to close Discord. Wow, just so much to cover. So much to cover. Hey, Gary H., nice to have you here. Prax, good evening to you. Negro, nice to have you here. Energy is doing well. I will get a little bit more into that in a second. Absolutely. Incognito, hello to you and hello to everyone. And yes, it has been a long time no see, which I'll talk about in a second. Negro says, I just got done seeing Dragon Ball Super. How was it? Superhero movie in subtitles, of course, because that is the only way to digest anime the correct way. How was that? I guess I'm curious. How was Dragon Ball Super, the movie? Let me know. Ray Johnston, hello and good day to you. I hope you are doing well. Bubble07, thank you very much for the kind words. Yes, I did indeed get a haircut. And actually, the reason I got the haircut was I had an interview the other day. So I will be moving in a couple of weeks. So that was part of the reason we also did not go live last week. We had a bunch of interviews that we had to do. So yeah, we will be moving in a couple of weeks. So, all right. We are back. Okay, so a couple of things we got to talk about. Right, the last event so the last event we had was the Ascension to Asgard event. I thought it was an okay 3-day event. I'd love to hear what you guys thought as well. I didn't think it was as great as I would have liked. Reasons being, really, I felt like we still were pretty limited in what we could receive, and it was really emerald heavy. Didn't help that the times 4 event is now after the event ended, right? So if we're looking at the sanctuary specifically, not the sanctuary. Whoops, wrong one. Jumped the gun. We want to go to Asgard first. But if we're looking at Asgard, right, we are having some, I guess, in terms, at least in my opinion, I still am very short in a lot of the, items I wanted, and I didn't realize that we needed to, be able to open a certain number of these. So that was a little bit annoying as well. But it is what it is. I enjoyed the fact that we get some items. I did. What did you guys think about it so far? Love to hear your thoughts on that specifically. Let's take a look at the Ascension Spire while you guys are gathering some of your ideas there. Ray says, great Sunday morning down here. Good luck with the move coming up for you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited and terrified all at the same time. But, it is what it is. We'll see how things go. And Cognito says, be careful. Jobs are like trouble. If you go looking for it, you might find it. Let's hope that wasn't the case. But yes, we did indeed find what we were, I think, looking for. Yeah. So, I'm still a couple moves away here from completing my Kark. I just feel like I can't seem to get any of these greater Valor insignias, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. A couple of side notes. Obviously, I had to upgrade a couple of these other heroes that I wasn't necessarily working on yet, because of the tasks that were involved, right? It was like level up a certain number of these ascension spots and great tree of wisdom as well. So a lot going on there. A lot going on. Hey, John Jensen, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. All right. So the other thing that we'd be crazy not to talk about. So we're gonna skip obviously that right there, but this is what we will need to talk about. I might even have to make a separate video on this potentially. I don't know if I need to, but we'll talk about it now for sure. So new pet coming this upcoming event. So it's gonna be the next event that we have. New pet. We've been talking about a new pet coming this year since the start of this year. So anyone else who was with me on that, you were correct. Pats on back for that. We were 100% right. And we're seeing that. So we're going to be having a brand new pet. Um, and his name is the Crow Chorus, right? So we'll hop up. So there's the little bird. Again, it's a crow. It's a crow. It's Chorus the crow. And so I'm pretty excited to see what that means in terms of long term, right? So now it's all over the place. We can officially close that tab. But yeah, so a couple of things. I mean, I was rewatching the video right before I started the stream because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm gonna put it on silent as we watch it here. But the main things I kind of wanted to point out, I will point out, kind of in bullet point fashion, essentially. Um, well, assuming this will want to play, we'll refresh that. Without ruining anything with spoilers, I can probably say that Akira Toriyama got back to his roots, and you will be fully enthralled throughout. So the movie's good. Could not stop laughing at all the gags. Okay, that's good. That's good. I love to hear that. So it's definitely a movie I should check out. Okay, so here is what Chorus looks like. Obviously Crow, and obviously you can see that he's got a bunch of bigger gems, right, for completions in level ups. Let's see. Of course, we need to refresh the page again. For whatever reason, I think YouTube seems to slow down my. I use this Streamlabs. It tends to slow it down a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to close it now. I'll explain exactly what I was going to talk about anyway with Chorus. So Chorus really, really seems to be pro magic attackers and really is uh, anyone's solution to Isaac. I mean, I hate to say it. Isaac's life has been short lived, but this is the solution. If you are a magic attack user, your wait for a new pet is over because you're going to be using this Chorus guy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Chorus is going to be a hard counter to Isaac, to Judge, to anyone who's spamming ults. That also means if you're a Chorus user, you're going to be wanting to use Sebastian. So if you're using the Magic Attack team that I was using a long time ago, probably about a year and a half ago, we're talking Aurora, Sebastian, Celeste, Twins, and I guess you can decide who you want with that, either Dorian, Martha, or some other healer potentially, or no healer with that. So you just go Aurora, Twins, Celeste, Sebastian, for example. Your team's gonna be looking very, very strong again, even though you've been nullified now with Isaac. But if you get this Chorus, I think it's Chorus, right? Chorus, um, strength up. You're looking right there. You are right in the danger zone of being able to be not impossible to stop, but very near impossible. So this is going to retilt game strategy back to those who are using magic attackers, and it's interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but yeah, looking at that, it looks like there's going to be a restructuring in the power balance. Irene says, doesn't this pet just make you upset? I've been hearing arguments that the dominant strategy will be Twins teams again. I have been investing in Isaac only for him to be relatively weakened. Yes, 100%. It is, I think, annoying because it really did. I mean, I think this retilts things in favor of players who were using, um, you know, Twins 100%, which I think is slightly unfair because they're already stronger than a lot of the other heroes. Um, but I guess where we can see I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough call. I definitely don't like it, in my opinion, because my team's physical attack. So it's a problem for me. I think obviously if you use the twins, you're going to love this. But I think a lot of players who have shifted their focus from magic attackers to physical attackers are not going to be very happy. So I think there's going to be mixed reviews. I think it seems to me like someone may have complained. I'm not going to say who, but someone may have complained a lot about how things have gone and that their team wasn't performing as well. And so, I don't know. I'm not a big complainer. I like to adjust, but yeah, I think someone was complaining that the team wasn't doing as well, and some adjustments were made. But anyway, so yeah, the other thing we need to talk about. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm a little bit annoyed with this new pet situation. It's another pet I have to invest in, another pet that I will have to upgrade, I guess, eventually, because it's just like there's so many things to do. Well, and now we're gonna look at the pet sanctuary because I mean we got a new pet coming next week. So usually with new pets, that usually means a couple of things. One, you want to start saving up your pet potions and chaos particles if you haven't already. If your pets aren't to level 130, um, it's going to be tricky in deciding what you want to do. But I think this new pet, usually new pets are highly attractive. They're usually very strong. They get nerfed a little later, as we can see, like Isaac. I would say this is kind of his time to be nerfed. If you have a lot of eggs, hold on to your eggs. This is a perfect time to start hoarding them if you haven't already. And make sure you plan on having max portals charges available for this upcoming event. I think it's just a matter of time before this happens. So I guess I should end this adventure because I've been sitting here. So we'll just grab these items here since I'm already available. Might as well also raid one or two. We'll raid once. We'll raid once and we'll join someone else in a little bit, not right this second on stream if we don't have to yet. But anyway, yeah, so my plan is to start saving up some of these eggs and hope that I can pull some of those pet soul stones once they get added, right? So it's going to take a little while before they do officially get added, but it's likely they will. I think the same story goes for these pet soul chests. It seems that in times prior, they just simply add the new pet and you don't have to worry about it for these chests. We'll see if that continues to be the case, but it has been the case thus far. So I'm looking forward to kind of just hoarding and saving up the items that I'll be needing for this new pet. It's gonna be intriguing. It's gonna be tough times. I mean, obviously, I think Hero Wars is excuse will be not very many players will have a maxed out Corvus early enough for it to be that effective. But obviously, we all know that whales are gonna go all in on this hero if they're a magic attacking team, and they're gonna be using that to raise health. I'm just saying. Chorus is going to spin things around. Isaac will still be good in the Osh boss fights. That's very true, 100%. Irene says, remember to try the ODH plus Mojo plus Alvinor plus Merlin Osh fight with the right patronages. We will definitely try that out. I'm going to need to get a reminder on the teams exactly, but in the meantime, I will be trying to collect a couple more things here. Yeah, man, I will say it also kind of derails my plan to upgrade Judge anytime soon, if I'm being honest, because now it doesn't even almost make sense to do that. Because Judge is great when spamming more ults, and now that we have this new pet, it doesn't make sense for me to go back to Judge and try to upgrade him when I already have an Isaac that's very strong, and that could, I don't need Corvus taking out two of my heroes. So we'll see. We'll try to figure it out. I mean, obviously, I can diversify a team if we're looking at Grand Arena, but if we're looking at Arena solely or in a fight in Guild Wars, right, this is problematic. Hugely problematic. All right. Well, I think we talked a little bit about Chorus, and yeah. Bolo7 says, surprised Iris was not included in the patronage list. I'm not, because I really feel like they really only cared about making certain heroes relevant again. So the ones that I think they're trying to focus on making relevant again are the basic configurations they had early on. And excuse me if I drink water from this blender bottle. But to me, it seemed very, very obvious that they were frustrated. Hero Wars was frustrated with the fact that no one is using Orion, Dorian, Helios combination anymore because of Isaac on the top servers, right? Obviously, you still have some players using ODH, there's nothing wrong with that. But a majority, I would say over 90% of gameplay, no one's using ODH because it makes zero sense when you have Isaac and Sebastian completely nullifying those characters and Aurora as well. Now, that also became more of a glaring issue when Lars and Krista got nullified with Isaac. Then a lot of people complained about that. So now we're having an issue where Isaac is getting nullified, which is going to cause major mayhem. I think a lot of people haven't seen the chorus video yet, so people are still not aware of what's going on there. This needs to be talked about more. We need to get that, we need to get spread the word on this a little bit. I think I'm going to end up making a video, and if you guys want to share it with everyone, 100%. But yeah, Iris, I don't think a lot of the developers are really putting much stock in Iris, if I'm being honest. I think Iris is a much underrated hero still, and still has a lot of potential to be unlocked that Hero Wars is not tapped into yet. It seems like right now they're just trying to fix and patch any small mistakes to try to keep players happy. And one reason is, right, obviously they're talking about this new game mode, which I think is, it's a crazy game mode. I don't like it. I think it's too much for Hero Wars Facebook. For web, I think maybe, sure, but I still think it's a lot. And I think I'm kind of concerned that Hero Wars Facebook won't be able to, the coding part of it won't be able to sustain the amount of stress, essentially, that memory, right, that the bandwidth is going to be able to hold. So I'm a little bit worried about this new game mode, being completely honest. I mean, my game is already drastically slower than it was pre-Asgard, so I can't even imagine how much slower it will be when these new implementations actually take place, because it feels like every single add-on just slows down my Facebook version of the game. Web is fine, but Facebook, it gets so slow and laggy, and I don't like playing laggy games. So if the game gets really, really laggy, there's a chance I play less Facebook for sure. I'm already like kind of frustrated with how some of the speed at which some of these things go. Like I think Asgard for me takes too long to load. I don't like it regularly. I mean, maybe it's gotten better day to day, but overall, I'm not impressed with how the speed of that. Like let's say I just click on tower, it hops pretty much. Well, I mean, even this is slow, right? I mean, in my opinion, it shouldn't take that long for me to get to tower. Maybe I'm being nitpicky, but I think I think that change was not bad. But if I go to Asgard, it takes forever. I just cannot imagine how long it will take for me to be able to access this new guild war. And plus, not to mention, I just think it's so unfair to some of the players like who are going to be doing the what do you call it? Like the guild war planners, right? So the generals, I think it's really unfair. I don't know. I think it's unfair time wise to those players because it doesn't respect their time. It's just like we're going to be online longer to basically try to earn a couple more rewards that are probably worth it. But at the end of the day, like I don't know if it's worth spending that much more time online. I don't know. I don't know. It's a hot take. Anyway, hey Tanya, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Incognito says, I love Iris. She is everyone in every battle I fight. Love that. I definitely think she's good. I don't know if you all saw this, right? But obviously Hero Wars has another survey, right? So they prepared a short survey to hear your thoughts about the upcoming game mode, New Titans. So they're really trying to push new stuff out there. And I'm going to save this link for myself here in a sec. But I just don't really understand why we need so many new things all at once coming at us. I feel like it's really like it's feeling to me like kind of like a cash grab in a sense, Maybe this is just me. Maybe I'm going nuts. You let me know. But I just feel like there's a lot of new things coming out just to try to entice players to spend. I mean, I just feel like it's not as friendly or community driven as it once felt. And so I feel like there's like a little disconnect right now from Nexters, Hero Wars, and the players. I mean, I think some players are on board, right? Some of the ones who are bigger spenders, right, are all in. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of change happening, and I'm not sure that I agree with everything that's going on right now. Gary H is going to save the 25 million and not get those buffs. Still strong enough to get that 10 million points against Osh. Nice. Incognito says Google Chrome Hero Wars web has been awful for me the past 3 days. I would quit the game before I put up with that. Yeah, so I mean, if it gets worse, I definitely am going to have problems. Joseph Schruck, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Wally, great to have you here as well. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen this at all. Andro, hello to you. Thank you for joining the live stream. I don't know if you guys have seen this little survey thing they got going on. We'll talk about it here a little bit. Did you read all the posts about upcoming game mode and Titans? Yes, I read all of them. I mean, I guess it's both of these, D and D for me, but like we'll put D for now. I'm interested. I'm interested in the upcoming cross-server game, Clash of Worlds. I'm not as excited about it. I think it's going to be an issue. Share your thoughts on the upcoming cross-server game mode. I'm concerned with the speed at which the game will load, already having issues on Facebook and web with the updated Asgard features. Further, it seems generals may need to be online longer to try to coordinate attacks, which is kind of unfair on weekdays. I mean, I just feel like that's unfair to the generals. That's my unbiased opinion. I think new rewards similar to those on mobile version would be welcome, generally speaking. So, I mean, I definitely think that there's some really cool rewards if we were to get mobile related rewards, right? So there's kind of cool stuff there, but like there's a lot of things that I think are more problematic than good for Hero Wars right now in terms of this game mode. I think I'm interested in the upcoming Dark and Light Titans neutral. I think it's cool that we're getting new Titans, but it makes zero sense for us to have new Titans and new totems essentially. Um, if they're not like Dark and Light are not almost stronger than everything else, right? I mean, obviously, Dark and Light are going to be weak and strong against each other, which is weird. But now you also are like, what do we do with these old Titans, right? We got Earth, Fire, and Water. But you're saying Dark and Light are not going to be stronger than the original three? That makes zero sense. Of course, they're going to be stronger than Earth, Fire, and Water. Otherwise, there's no purpose in bringing in new Titans. At least that's the way I see it. You guys let me know what you think on that. But I mean, I'm not entirely sure how the balance will play out with the pre-existing Titans I have invested in. Seems like a dangerous predicament with new totems involved. I don't know. I mean, new totems means a lot more emeralds. So many so many issues I kind of have with the way that that's going to play out, because it's going to be very expensive. People are going to complain. A lot of people aren't looking at long-term effects, but I think this is going to be a problem. I'm just saying. So that is the survey that we needed to talk about. But yeah, I mean, I just think it's so rough as a player right now with all these new things. I know it sounds really great that we're getting a new game mode. I'm gonna tell everyone I hope that they pump the brakes a little bit on the excitement. Obviously, it's super exciting. We're getting new stuff, but take a step back, realize what this means. So, from a game standpoint, I think this is problematic. So many players already play a lot of hours and log a lot of time based on guild wars, right? And it's so tough to communicate to make sure, okay, this person gets on early, this person doesn't. If you add in a second guild war essentially at the same time, I feel like that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know. I don't know. The hero Iris has helped me win a lot of fights in arena. Every time I use her, she scores anywhere from 1 million to 2 million hit points to kill all heroes. Yeah, Tanya, I love Iris. I think she's an underrated hero and someone that I'm definitely still interested in working on. It's taking me a little bit longer than I was hoping to finish some of my other heroes. We're looking at Nebula right now. And then I kind of want to work on the twins. I mean, now that we have Chorus coming, right? The new pet, right? The crow. It almost doesn't make sense for me to not work on my twins. I stopped working on them for a little bit because of Isaac, and I knew he was coming. But now that we know that there's a way to work around him, it's almost like we got to get back to creating Lars. And I mean, obviously that's a second team, and it's great for the purposes of me creating a second team. Um, but it's not. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like I feel like I work on a project, and then as soon as that project is done, Hero Wars is like, okay, we need to nerf that project because it's too strong. And so, like, I don't know. For me, I've been a little frustrated with the fact that every time I'm making good progress on a hero that they are promoting, they seemingly then pivot not too long after. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. Again, let me know your thoughts. Prax says the new Chrome update has made it so laggy it's not worth playing. Had to use Edge to do the minimums only. I haven't been on web in a minute. Hey, Vitamin, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're talking about all the new things that Hero Wars has going on. I would say, other than probably specifically Light and Dark Titans, we talked about a little bit about the Asgard event. I thought it was okay. Didn't love the fact it was a Monday through Wednesday event. That was not cool. I couldn't really play it as much as I wanted to. Number two, we talked about Chorus, the new pet that's coming next week, right? We have a new pet coming next week. I'm excited, but I'm also not excited. I'm excited from the standpoint of once I finish my Twins team, it'll be great. But right now, my Twins team is not done, and I destroy twin teams. So, like, now that we have this issue with Chorus coming in, I don't like it as much. So there's that. Personally, right? I'm not saying everyone's going to be on the same page. Personally, then we also talked a little bit about the new game mode, where we're going to have a second, essentially like Guild War event, where we're fighting a another team that's may or may not be on our server. We don't know the specifics yet, as far as I know, but it's going to be very similar to like cross server tournaments that we would play on Hero Wars Mobile. So semi familiar, but I don't know. It seems like there's going to be a lot of complications that arise out of that are popping to mind that I'm concerned about. So a lot that we talked about, a lot to cover, a lot going on. So yeah, there is stuff on that. Tanya says I maxed out Jew for about $1,000. Yeah, no, whew, Tanya. I mean, obviously Jew's amazing, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But that is a good amount of investment there, Tanya. That is a good investment for sure. I'm not really sure how else to state that other than you got him maxed out. He's strong now. Yeah, so Vitamin S, did you manage to get involved in the legendary YouTubers? Yeah, I have seen that. I'll show you guys the chat right now. There's a couple messages I haven't read. I was actually traveling a lot of last week, so I apologize, and that's another reason. So, like, I recently just accepted a new job, so I'll be moving probably towards the end of this month. So that might make things a little more complicated. I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, here's kind of the chat so far. You guys can take a look. I'm not trying to be rude on anyone. So like, if there's something that's not cool here, I'm sorry I didn't read it. I didn't screen this. But basically, we got Hero Wars Central Coco. So that is Hero Wars Secrets, right? I think that's the channel's name. Pretty sure. Misty, I mean, a lot of these people I just remember from there. I know from just like talking on Discord. So Misty Catherine has her channel, right? That's I think her name's the same one as her YouTube name. She's a big proponent of the twins. Um, so she loves them, obviously. So she definitely has a lot to she's very vocal about her needs. So I'm not going to really go into the whole thing here, but she basically is saying she wants to be able to fight bosses beyond a certain level. I kind of don't understand the point of that. I mean, cool, but like, sure, okay. No extra rewards or anything for beating a higher level boss, like level 300. But yeah, anyway, there's that. So she's kind of showing some examples. These guys were saying like, oh, that was a bug. Originally, you weren't even supposed to be able to fight those guys, but we can maybe put that back in. Yada yada yada. Andrew's kind of just reharping on that idea. Obviously Tanya. Well, I think Tanya's amazing. She's one of the most receptive people at Hero Wars. Um, yeah, she's amazing. She's like the bomb. Andrew's really cool. I think he's really nice as well. But I will say, like, I think Tanya's the most responsive of the Hero Wars crew. Really always appreciate what she has to add to anything. She's really like she knows a lot. And Andrew, like especially on the game standpoint, Andrew has a lot of good connections with the dev side of things. So that's cool. Um, but yeah, so I mean, there's a lot there. Not really. Okay, so Coco didn't know who Misty was, so he was asking for her YouTube channel, XJR, right? So he is I think it's he. Pretty sure it's a Japanese channel, which is pretty cool, right? You want to be able to share um, content with people across different languages. So I think that's pretty cool. Um, Moving on, we got a bunch of different people who maybe get added, which is kind of nice. And so, a little bit more of a conversation here. Um, so there's some like minor issues with some of the stuff here. And then, Hero Wars Central, talking about some of the negativity because they didn't understand what items are coming up. Basically, honestly, in my opinion, a lot of what's happened so far in this chat has not been, in my opinion, super productive from a player standpoint. A lot of it has been um, I'm going to close this because I don't want to talk negative about anyone, but I do think a lot of the chat that I've seen has kind of been for the influencers' benefit, which is fine, but I don't really feel like there's been much chat for the purposes of bettering the game for all players. So I think that's one area we can still improve as creators, and I think I obviously need to start speaking up a little bit more in that chat. Um, but right, I've been gone for a week, so that's on me. But I'm going to start speaking up a little bit more. I think I have some legitimate concerns with some of the new things that are coming up. And I'll probably talk with Andrew and a couple other people on that. But yeah, I think, and you guys tell me what you think too, because I just do think that there's going to be some problems. I think adding chorus, fine, not a huge thing, but still concerning for those of us invested in Isaac. Um, Not to mention, right, new game mode. I just don't think it's respectful of the general's time to be able to set up another war at the same time. Makes things more complicated. I don't know. We'll see. There might have to be a new reward shop. I'm really concerned about lag as well. I don't like that. I really don't like games with lag. Um, Other things too, right? So those are things to consider other than the Titans, right? I don't know. There's a lot of new things coming to Hero Wars. I'm not saying I don't like new things. I like new things, but I like new things with a set plan and understanding of kind of what the goal is and kind of how there might be some negative effects as well as positive effects. But right now I'm kind of seeing a little bit more of negative than positive so far. So I just thought I'd go through those. You guys let me know what you think. You guys are enjoying the new seasons. I love that. I personally can't afford to buy a golden ticket every month right now. So like this is, I guess it's fine. Like I don't mind getting free items, but I definitely am less, I think, invested in this event. If I were, if I had spent money, I'd be a little bit different. Um, I mean, I think the Gifted Dominion, that's sweet, obviously, but then you have to get to level 50. I don't know. I think they're great rewards. It's just I don't like the fact that a lot of these feel like repetitive purchases, and for me, it's like I'm at a point right now like where I'm not like financially super well off, right? Yeah, I just finished school, but like I don't yet have a job. I haven't been working yet, so I'm in a weird spot where like spending money is not really in the cards right now. So things like this for me just don't work right now, but that's okay. I mean, I do think that this is a fair item. I think some of these items are great for free to play players in champion season. Honestly, not one of the worst options we could have. So can't go wrong. I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with this season. I actually enjoyed champion season too. Um, but yeah, I think that'll be something there. Real Saw says you're right. Spend too much time on the game right now, and now this. Yeah, I definitely think that these new changes will be interesting. Um, Bubble Simpson seems to me with the Twins making a comeback, wouldn't Rufus as a defensive tank be even more important to have? Yes, 100%. Rufus now is. I don't want to say a must. I think that's an exaggeration. But if we're going to be exaggerated, right? There's a lot of people who are exaggerated. Then yeah, I think Rufus is a must. I think Rufus is super beneficial. I'll put it that way. I think Rufus can help you in so many ways with the Twins coming back alive. Yes, 110%. But I'm not going to say you have to have him. I think that's an exaggeration. But for the purposes of being exaggerated, yes, you need to have him. You have to have him. So yeah, I mean, I think he's a good hero, and obviously you're going to need him to prevent someone just using I hate to say troll team, but basically just using twins with a couple of their heroes. So what you're going to want to do is probably I've even seen some radical double tanking, which I think is kind of cool. If you use Rufus with Astaroth and basically have some support guys that aren't necessarily stunners or anything like that, right? No stuns, no silences, so you don't trigger this new pet we're having, Chorus, to basically kind of neutralize the other team where they're not dealing too much damage, but you're still staying alive. Yeah? Hopefully that makes sense. For a long time, the big spinners ruled the roost when it came to Titans. Now that the several years have gone by, people are catching up or have caught up with them at least, so it seems like the new Titans are going to please the big spenders so they can rule again. I think that's a very astute observation. I agree with you completely, and I think it's good and bad, right? I mean, do we really want a situation where the big spenders are constantly ruling? I don't know. And what happens with this, right? So once you have all five, all let's see, three, five, all five of these Titan types now completed, are they going to just add more? I don't know. I think this just opens a whole nother door, which to me is a little concerning. If that's the reason that they did it, Rantop, then scary, scary times ahead. John Jen says, I'm worried about the time involved with the new stuff. Seems like it is going to separate the money spenders from everyone else even more. Yeah, no, I I agree 110%. And it's definitely becoming it's going to be tough for new players to catch up if they're not spending money. So, um, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like, mm, yeah, I just feel like that's tough. I think it's really tough, and I think it is true that it's going to be hard for non-spenders to keep up, or even try to keep up, be competitive with some of those big spenders. I agree. I don't have a solution for you right now, unfortunately. I'm concerned with the same thing. But Yeah, it definitely does seem that way for sure. Prax says you never said what area you are moving to. Yeah, so right now I am in Syracuse, New York. I will be moving to Poughkeepsie, New York. So basically, I will be moving. I think it's northwest. I don't know. I'm blanking a little bit right now, but basically going up to Poughkeepsie. So that is where I am headed next. I will still be in New York. It's pretty nice up there. It's a little river town. So yeah, going to be headed to a law firm up there. Still don't know the results of any bar stuff. No idea. But I guess right now they have so much work that they need that basically they are wanting me to do stuff where I have supervision over me, where another attorney will sign off on everything that I do pretty much. So nothing that different from what I do from a normal summer, other than the fact that I got to be careful with how I say this. I can do a lot of written documents. I can do a lot of the research. I can do pretty much everything up to the point of signing a paper for the court, right? So like I can create pretty much all the documents. I can create everything that would legally be correct, other than signing and saying like this is um, I am currently a lawyer, right? Like so I can't say that I'm a lawyer in written text to the courts, which is kind of important, kind of very important. But like for right now, I can't do that yet. So someone else will have to do that if that makes sense. So basically, like once you take the bar exam, you can get hired as an attorney with the understanding that you will eventually pass the bar either this time or in February, which is the next time you can take it. And if you don't, then I guess you might have to be looking for another job. But I guess this is kind of how they do things. I'm not super familiar with how law stuff normally goes. You know, but from my understanding and how I've been learning about it, this is one way that things go. Is you get hired as an attorney, um, and yeah, so that's how things go. Prax is hoping to see me move to Atlanta. Hey, Prax, you never know. Atlanta, Georgia could always be eventually a move. You never know. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate the good luck. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I definitely, I'm optimistic about the move. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, life is crazy. Um, but for right now, we're definitely going to be enjoying the time that I have left in Syracuse, and we're going to live in the moment. Not going to freak out too much about what's to come, and yeah, we're gonna have fun with it. So thank you guys for sticking with me on this journey, and we'll see how it goes. I'd love to keep you guys updated, and yeah, we will see how things transpire for sure. So hopefully for the best. Hopefully for the best. Let's see what's going on here in the airship if it ever loads. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm dealing with, guys. This is why I don't like lag. But yeah, so the plan here is I'm gonna set up the rest of my airship here and get that started. We'll check out the goods and shop after. Then we'll go up and we got two matches we need to do. We definitely need to do the Jew matchup, right? And we also are going to try out E-Rain's modified ODH, I think it's ODH combo-ish team. Um, my team's super weak, but you try it out for fun and you learn more about your characters, I guess, in a sense. Incognito says the weather is much better in North Carolina. Just saying. I mean, hey, you know what? I am more than open to hearing all about this for sure. So don't even sweat it. I'm definitely I'm happy to hear more about different places I could be. Practice either way. Congrats on the path and finishing of school. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, it's weird. It feels nice, but it's also like, man, I'm not sure I really want to do this whole work thing, you know? No, I mean, I'm just kidding. But it definitely, it's cool and exciting, but it's also like I wonder how hard it's going to be, you know? So we'll see. And practice, yeah, we are all dealing with that lag. No, 100%. I mean, it's crazy. I can't believe the airship has been there forever. How is it that laggy? You know what I mean? Anyway, All right, so daily quest, just going to claim these guys before we move to the merchant. Come on now, merchant, don't do this to me. There we go. All right, so we got our merchant stuff going. We need some soul stones. Grand Arena. Right, and the reason we're really grabbing these soul stones isn't because we need soul stones necessarily. Ooh, I want the little more card. I want that shrine, but I can't afford it, so we won't get it. But yeah, so I mean, the event that we have currently, right, which is the standard free players fun event, as I like to call it. No, I'm kidding. It's Guardians of the Outland, right? Times 4 sale. You have it is a free players event basically. Um, so Time of the Fearless, and we can get some skin stones as well as some Outland coins. I love to get those if I can. These I should have played a lot more, but again, I was on a train with like no Wi-Fi on the 4 hour train ride home the other day. So like I didn't have access to Wi-Fi. It was an experience. We had two babies crying on there. I had a lady on the phone literally behind me the entire train ride, 4 hours, and I heard every word she had to say, as well as every word of the person she was having a conversation with. So, safe to say that wasn't the most fun train ride I've ever been on. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, so we've got that going. We're gonna hop on up to Asgard, and we're gonna try first. We're gonna try E-Rain's team here. Tanya says you need some new game computers like me, lol. Maybe someday, Tanya, we'll work our way up to it. It's not going to be an overnight kind of a deal. What is it? I think the saying is like Rome wasn't built in a day or something like that. Colosseum wasn't built in, I don't know. There's a lot of things that weren't built in a day. So maybe eventually, for sure, Tanya, I agree. Sounds like you've got the good stuff for sure. Prax says, yeah, 10-year-old HP is tough. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you guys. All right, so let's see. We're gonna hop in here. E-Rain's team. I gotta scroll up a touch here to see what we had. I want to say wasn't E-Rain? I thought it was E-Rain. Let's see. Yeah, so E-Rain had a team here. We'll start this guy up. It was Alvinor, probably one of my weakest heroes. Where is Alvinor? I think Mojo's on this list too. Yeah, man, wow. They really know how to pick some of my weakest heroes. Orion, Dorian, Helios with Alvinor. Oliver on Alvinor. No pet for Dorian. Um, feel like this should be a attacking one for sure. Who do we have on him? We have Axel, magic attack and armor. I feel like magic attack and penetration is better, but you can see my stats because Axel's stronger than Merlin. Axel makes more sense in this case, I think. Um, Mojo is also an attacker. Magic attack is good. Yeah, it is the preferred one there. Helios has magic attack and armor. And who does Alnor have? Alnor has health and armor. I think that makes sense, right? Um, John Jensen saying buy the buffs. So I guess we'll come back. We'll check out some of these buffs. I'm gonna need to collect some gold. And this is also another thing too. Is like I'm trying to limit how many summoning spheres I'm burning through now because we're gonna be having a brand new class of hero. Obviously, it's not until later on in the what do you call it in the cycle of Hero Wars, right? It's supposed to be the fall, but the fall is literally like 3 months away. So it seems really close to me. Anyway, I'm going to grab some gold here. I'm not sure we're going to be able to buy every buff. We're going to buy a couple buffs. But I'm really trying to start saving more of my summoning spheres. I would recommend if you're done with everything to also start saving more of your summoning spheres. I think it just makes sense. You're going to need them to open for these brand new dark and light heroes. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so let's check out the merchant here. So I'm going to be 5 million short. Well, we might as well just get those 5 million from somewhere else, which is fine. We'll get all these. I'm not even going to worry about what we've got. I'll come back, but let's see. Marksman. Yeah. No. Kind of like Sphere Energy Unleashed, especially for Jew, but it's kind of pricey. We'll see what else is out there. Ooh, I kind of like Chosen by the Stars. We're getting that one. Immortal Hero is another one I definitely like. We're going to do that with and pair it with Sphere Energy Unleashed. Okay, we now have 200 left. Triggers an Astral Shield once per battle. Shield absorbs all damage. Yep. Healing Converter. No. All heroes on the team deal 7% bonus damage for time you're on the field. Sure. Keeper's Blessing. Ooh, that seems. I like that one. We'll come back. Infect with a hero that generates a nightmare gains 10% energy. Alright, well, now I'm like, let's get these two and just call it good. But I need some more gold to get the rest of them. So I need 4 mil gold. We'll just open 10 and hope that that's enough. Might not be. To get 4 mil gold. Because that's what we need to finish off. Oh, we're short. Of course we are short. Alright, we'll do one more. I really didn't want to spend that many, but that's okay. And we'll go ahead and fight very soon. Boom. All right, so there's that. Don't forget, guys, after this, we will have our 4 winners. We got 2 for Saturday for Facebook and 2 for Saturday for web. Got to make up for those winners we didn't have last week. So that is the plan. So first, let's battle here. How is our guild doing against the Osh boss? Are you making any progress? I feel like we are. I think it's hard. I mean, a lot of my teammates, I feel like, don't feel like they are making progress, but they are, right? So it's almost like so slow and so non-noticeable that they feel like they're not making progress when in reality they are making progress. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like you feel like you're not going anywhere, like you're almost in quicksand, but you are moving forward. Progress just takes a while to see. It doesn't always happen right away. Especially in this game, it just feels like sometimes just so slow, and you're like, why am I not further along, or like why am I not done with some of this stuff? And everyone's in the same boat. Okay, so no pet here for Dorian. We will pet up you with Mr. Biscuit. We'll give you Axel. We'll give you Oliver. Mara is, I believe, perfectly fine there based on what I saw earlier. I guess we would want to give Merlin here. Merlin could go Axel. I think we do. I think that's a smarter move. Yeah, I like this lineup better. We're going to go Albus here, and I think we go for it. I'm looking to get a desktop to download BlueStacks for a mobile version and live stream. That could be cool, Wally. That could be cool. I think the only concern with that, right, is that you have to start from like literally zero. But you know, I mean, if you're willing to start from zero, it is a lot easier to get further along in Hero Wars Mobile. So I kind of don't see why you can't do that. That makes sense. Um, Dragon Paralysis says, "How is your judge doing, Jay?" He's getting a little stronger. It's still, I think we're going to slow it down though a little bit on Judge, if I'm being completely honest. The main reason being this brand new issue called Chorus, who is going to be the pet that is introduced next week. I don't know if you saw, but yeah, you said, well, he won't be doing much good once Quartz gets added. Yeah, so that is probably my main concern, if I'm being completely honest. So once that happens, I need to start working on the twins, and Rufus is kind of where my head is at. Judge will be a comeback to a little later. There we can see we did 460,000 damage, which that's got to be better than last week, right? I mean, obviously we did have some buffs and everything like that, but I'm pretty happy with that result. We're also going to set up the standard squad we got normally, and have that hopefully decent sized hit. I don't know if we need huge, but decent sized hit. I'm going to auto it if I'm being honest, and we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, Dragon, I'll probably still periodically be working on Judge, but yeah, with Chorus, there's a lot of question marks in the air right now. Incognito, does anyone know what Opera GX is? Hero Wars support wanted to try the game there, but I've never heard of it. I don't know if I've used that yet either, so can't really confirm what Opera GX is, but yeah. Dragon Parallel says my Anvari Arachne Judge Isaac Thea will be almost useless by that pet alone. I mean, I hope that's not the case, Dragon Paralyzer, but it's definitely going to be tough when they decide to add in this new pet. It's going to be a game changer for everyone, and I don't know how popular that will be for some people. I mean, it'll be popular for those of us who have magic attack users mainly, but I don't know. It's going to be it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tight one. So here we can see we're doing pretty well. I mean, we've got 70 mil damage. I'm not really going to complain about that. Hopefully we can get to like, I don't know. Did this start at 3 minutes or 1 minute? I'm not really sure what I started at, but I'm hoping we can get to like 100 mil damage minimum. I think that's very doable. Maybe 120. And on the high end, maybe we can get 150 damage in. We'll see how this all plays out. But Drew's doing great, obviously. Isaac and Nebula are going off regularly. Albus seems to be getting some big hits in there. So we're up to 120 just on that nice hit. So I guess we up the potential to 175. See if that's doable. Isaac's dealing some shots. I mean, he's still useful against Osh, I guess, right? If nothing else. And Judge will be useful against other, non-chorus situations, but it is kind of a bummer. I put it that way. It's a bummer. Dragon says, guess I'll have to go heavy on Orion if Chorus shows up to ruin control teams. Yeah. I don't know. They definitely dropped a bomb on us with that one. So we'll see how this all plays out. We will see. We'll see for sure. So after this, I'm going to claim up most of these rewards, and we're going to have our picker wheel. We're going to have 2 winners for Facebook and web before we wrap things up on stream. So we got through a lot today, I will say. We talked about so many topics. I'm just going to quickly recap. We talked about Dark and Light Titans, as well as totems. We talked about upcoming hero or upcoming pet of next week in that event, right? The chorus. We are also talked about new game mode, right? So we're talking about essentially another guild war type thing that's cross guild. We talked a little bit about Asgard in the event that we had already. We talked about some of the issues we have and concerns, like how kind of glitchy right now Hero Wars is and slow in loading. Unless you have a supercomputer like Tanya, apparently, or a gaming computer like Tanya. So, I guess we got to level up or figure out exactly what Hero Wars is doing to maybe help minimize that issue. But yeah, so it's a lot of questions and a lot of new things coming. So great that there's new things coming. Concerning that there are some questions that go along with that. So, all right, we have officially claimed everything here. And we're going to hop over to our picker wheel. Practice. So my Zeri, Cleaver, Kark, Nebula, and Luther team will be safe. As far as we know, yes. But you never know with the teams that are combined with that, what do you call it? Teams that are combined with Chorus, right? The new pet. Hey Bass, nice to have you here, and thank you. It is good to be back. We're actually about to have our two winners for Saturday and two for web. So we're going to start with the. Let's open up the Saturday Facebook. Absolutely, let's do that. We're going to have two Facebook winners. Good luck to everybody. Here we go. First. Oh, okay. Wait. Time out. We're going to add Joe in. So don't look at this. There's nothing here. That is erroneous. We gotta add Joe on here if he's not already. Let's see. Is Joe on here for Facebook? I do not see him. We gotta add him. So that spin doesn't count. I apologize in advance. Joe Rock 888. You're now added to our Facebook one, so we gotta save it. Save, replace. All right, you've been added now, so you are good to go. Yes, absolutely, Francis. Thank you for hopping on. Here we go. We're going to have our first winner. Apologies. That first one was a no-go. We're good now. So first winner will be Gloria J. Fry. Gloria J. Fry, I believe you are a first-time winner. Congratulations. I will be reaching out to you here on YouTube shortly after. We're going to have another winner, though, so don't go anywhere. Let's see who our second Facebook winner is. And Joe Rock, let me know if you also want to be on web. I will be doing that one shortly after. Our winner is Emard. Wow, Emard is our lucky winner, having some good luck here with the picker wheel. Congratulations on that win for you on Facebook. Let's hop over to web so we can get our two web winners. Let's see. Yes, as Gary said, congratulations to the winners. Dragon Pro says PA teams are out of meta for a while. Even Dante teams need some mage or intelligence-oriented support and healers. Yeah, I think there's a lot that needs to kind of get readjusted right now. There's a lot of focus on this player versus player, which I think is where the big money is. So there you go. Franz Chester is our first winner. Bass, we will add you if you're not already on there. Absolutely. Franz Chester. And yes, we will be live tomorrow, Prax, having another 2-2. Bass, you are on here. You're good. I remembered putting your name on here a little while ago. Rantop says my main team, and this is going to be our last winner of the night for today. Rantop says my main team is ODH. When Isaac came out, it ruined me in the war in arena. So if this pet ruins things for others, I can't say I really feel bad about it. I mean, I sympathize with you, and I get it. Pan is our fourth winner for today. I'll be messaging you all here after this live stream wraps up here. But Rantop, well, hopefully you start working with Chorus here very, very shortly so you can go back to your ODH team and enjoy some glory. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Negro, I'm sure it will at some point soon. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here on this stream. To recap, the winners were Gloria J. Fry, Emard Unison for Facebook, and then for web, we had Franz Chester and Pan. Thank you guys so much for all hanging out with me here on this stream. We'll be having a live stream tomorrow as well around noon Eastern Standard Time is the current plan. Rantop, I will add you on there, no problem. Please just let me know if you are on Facebook or on web or on both, and keep me posted on that. Let me know in the comments if this stream ends up wrapping up before you can. But yes, thank you, Rantop. I'll add you on there. Congrats to all our winners. And with that being said, guys, I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon, all in Dominion. Thank you, everyone.